Hey there, Mac is getting started very shortly here. Just got to grab a couple beverages and a snack just in case, and I'll be here in a minute. Well, I'm glad the audio sounded good. I did tweak it just a little bit more. I was listening to some of the archives, and they were hitting the top end a little bit more than I'd want, so I gated it a little bit more. So my powerful voice, it's too strong. Epic vocalist up. That is definitely a thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Here I am. Here's my face. It's me. Hope you like it, because this is what we're going to be focused on for the next 3 hours. Try not to fall in love. I'm kidding. I'll switch to the game now. Yeah, so until I get more comfortable being in front of the camera like this, things might be a little awkward. They will get a little better, I'm sure. Actually, now that I hear myself say that, knowing me, things are only going to get worse. No pants, if you know what I mean. All right, so here's the real star of the show. Hey, Haster, how's it going, man? Good to see ya. All right, so here's the real star of the show, I think, Onelin Greenbrook. He is a Bosmer, Legionnaire. He's a pikeman. I'm going to be calling him Pokey because of his spear. Let's go ahead and actually take him off of freeze frame here. So yeah, a little bit of backstory here. I do encourage you to go check out the introductory episode. It's about 1.5 minutes long, I think, and it has like all the backstory you need for Onelin here. He is basically part of a contingency force from Valenwood, shipped up here to Skyrim to help with the war efforts. But his ship hit an iceberg, and wrecked, and he is the sole survivor. So here he is now, stumbling, freezing, and hungry into the decrepit town of Winterhold. I almost said Whiterun. That would have been awful. This is the man cave. Yeah, and I do have a little bit of depth of field effect going on in the camera. So that actually is a good segue into talking about tech updates here. So obviously, I have a new camera. Hi, this is me. But I did spend probably a good 2 or 3 hours fiddling with the settings and adding some software, including that depth of field effect to make things look a little better, a little more professional looking, I guess. I'll be experimenting with like overlays and stuff in a little bit. But yeah, that will pull some GPU resources. I'm also doing a live local recording at 1080p 60. I think that will make my recap episodes look a little better. I wasn't really happy with the video quality that I was getting from those because there was just the 720p footage that I was pulling down from YouTube. That's all that it really offers, unless you want to go through like a back door and download all of your videos at once. Then you can get like the full quality on those. But yeah, so that's also going to be another pull on the GPU. So all this might affect performance. I've done a lot of testing in just like private streams and stuff. And I think I'm fairly happy with where the performance is, but you might see me checking like frame rate and stuff now and then. So that's the tech update there. I do have a couple mods that I added in too that will be obvious. One of them is animated armory, so that I get the swifty little spear animations here. Animated armory is one of my favorite mods that kind of expand melee combat a little bit. You would think it's just animations, but in my opinion, it goes a long way into making all weapons feel different. You have the new attack animations to learn offensively, but also defensively through like timed blocks and stuff, and getting those cues and things like that. Definitely looks professionally done. Thank you. Yeah, I did. I watched probably a couple hours worth of YouTube videos and searching for LUTs, which are lookup tables for your webcam that OBS can use. It's kind of like a reshader for Skyrim, is what I would say. Couple of things though, it's like these walls are like a light greenish color, and the color correction on it kind of makes them look a little brown. So it's just to make me look less pasty, I suppose. But that's it. And then I also added heavy armory because that has a compatibility patch with animated armory too. So that's really about it from the last series, the Argonian Bard Karinjay. Speaking of Onolin's class here, I just took what Skyrim Unbound gave me, and that was this heavy Imperial Legion armor. It did give me a two-handed greatsword, which I swapped out for the spear. I just figured that the spear would be more of a Valenwood weapon than a greatsword. With all like the dense trees and everything like that, I figured that a spear would be more effective in terms of its narrow sort of cone of attack than a greatsword would be, having to swing it around your body. And then, of course, block. So we're a heavy armor two-handed block. We also were given the Oak Flesh spell and the Clairvoyance spell, which I don't have hotkeyed, but I might make use of it now and then. Onolin not knowing where to go and all that, the Clairvoyance stuff might be helpful for him. And then Sneak as needed, because the birth sign, or the standing stone that Skyrim Unbound gave me, is the Serpent Stone. And that's pretty much all about sneaking and stuff like that. And that's kind of fundamentally incompatible with the gear that he was given. So we'll probably be trying to get like an infiltration set up here. And then we'll be doing some sneaking as needed or as the opportunity presents itself. The thing about the Serpent Stone also is that it drains your magicka, but it makes you more effective at sneaking. So Sneak illusion will probably be a thing that we'll be using. I know that makes Magus happy over there. But we got to be careful about magicka management in that case. It's going to take some leveling up, I think, before we're at a place where we're totally effective at it. And then for religion, I randomly rolled for her scene. And her scene, let's see here. Doubles attack damage to living targets with 4% or less health based on favor with her scene. So as we get more favor with her scene, that attack damage, the percentage health needed to proc that double attack damage will get higher and higher. So that's good. And then basically we just have to pray in the wild and slay living creatures in open combat, especially those stronger than you. And, you know, at this level, everybody's stronger than me, which is fine. I think I'm ready for it. Yeah, obviously we're not going to be wearing a whole lot of light armor. For our infiltration gear, I think we'll be just going unarmored, like clothing. And then a werewolf, we might be doing werewolf with this one. We'll see. Let's see, you know your stuff in that department, though. I'll be fumbling about. You know, I didn't know anything about it until I started searching through stuff on YouTube. And there is there are plenty of resources available there that will help you out a lot. I was definitely fumbling through it quite a bit. I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning, talking to myself, trying to make sure that I didn't look like a pasty nerd boy on camera here. First piece of advice is to, you know, turn off all the auto settings and start fiddling with stuff yourself. But then that gets into a whole rabbit hole of, you know, trying to make things look better. Definitely an interesting start. Thank you very much. Speaking of start, let's go ahead and get into it here. So we're cold, we're hungry, and we're really tired. I would imagine that there's a little bit of hypothermia setting in because he probably had to swim through the icy waters there in the north. And he's also getting like this weird side eye and a little bit of stink eye from people. So he is thinking that this is probably Stormcloak territory here. And one of his top priorities is probably going to try to get into a set of gear that is a little less conspicuous, I would think. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are not super familiar with my streams, I do try to meld as best as possible roleplay with the whole permadeath meta type stuff. So it'll be a little bit slower pace, but when the action gets hot and heavy, it definitely gets hot and heavy.
Sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future.
Oh, it must have been Nelikar's night with the old lady.
People have a problem with your college now.
Is that what it smells like when he hits it?
Just stoke the fire. Take a seat
Probably.
and get the cold out.
Probably. Also, for those of you who are not familiar with my streams, things tend to roll downhill really quickly into the gutter, so look forward to that. Hey, Dagger.
If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Well, what I need right now is a room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
And he's actually... this is a fun little roleplay opportunity here. I think that Onolin is going to be so tired that he's just going to stumble into any bed, so...
Yes?
He's just going to completely ignore where Dagger is telling him that the room is.
I understand.
But we do probably
If your
need some
business with the
water.
college, you're welcome to stay here. It's where most of our business comes from, in fact.
Actually, nope. We just need some downtime here. Good 8 hours. So yeah, the whole hypothermia atrophy thing is going to explain why an Imperial officer is all of a sudden level 1 and weak and not really as strong as you would think that an Imperial officer would be in battle. So he's going to have to kind of make his way back a little bit, I think. Okay, now let's check the needs here. We're actually still pretty good, but you know,
If there's
we'll
anything you
roleplay
need,
topping
just
off the
let me
hunger and the thirst here.
Of course.
So at this point, Annalyn is probably trying to get the lay of the land a little bit. So yeah, what can you tell me about Winterhold?
I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. He doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little
Hydrate.
inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college.
I would like to try to add some
That's
bots
dried up some.
to my channel. There aren't as many available for YouTube as there are for Twitch, but there are some, and there's some cool stuff that you can do. But yeah, still working on it. Work in progress, as always. Hey, Strudel. Glad to see you could join. Yeah, here's my face. How about that? So now you got to tell me, hot or not? Okay, I'll stop. Okay, let's see here. We asked about Winterhold. Probably don't want to get any of the gossip. Well, let's go ahead and get the gossip. He's trying to get the lay of the land here.
Aretino? He's a little boy. Lives in Winterhold. They say he's been trying to get in touch with the Dark Brotherhood.
Okay, let's just get all the rumors out of the way here.
They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Something I've noticed seeing myself playing on this little monitor that I have to view the stream and the chat and everything is that my posture is terrible when I'm focused on the game. So I think one thing that I could do for a bot when I do get one is like a posture check or something like that would be nice. Because at my age, you know, this posture isn't doing my back any favors, and my back doesn't need any help acting up on me, as I'm sure many of you in chat know already.
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face.
Hi, Gail. Good to see you.
Make you look completely
Glad you could join.
different. Do you believe that?
Debated getting a standing table. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that, but I mean, that's a lot of work getting that thing set up. So, what did I overhear about the college here?
That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss.
We're just getting into the hot months of, you know, Phoenix weather here, so I gotta make sure I'm staying nice and hydrated all the time, because even when I'm not in front of the camera and a little ring light and everything, I'm sweating my butts off these days. Oh yeah, no problem. I just basically kind of rehashed the introductory episode that I posted earlier in the week. So I think that if you watched that you'll be pretty much caught up. The thing that I mentioned here is that Annalyn is a little atrophied from probably some hypothermia and just the severe trauma that shipwreck must have been. So that's why he's starting at level 1 here. Oh, my celly's blowing up. My wife is on her way back from Magus's neck of the woods there. Don't read into that, by the way. I don't know, maybe Magus and my wife have a little thing going on, but I don't know about it. So, shh. Oh, looks like there's some traffic on the way to the airport. Okay. Hopefully she's not held up there. That would suck. Okay. Hides in shadows. Okay, so let's see. We did sleep in a little bit, although to be fair, we didn't really get to bed until like 4 in the morning. Let's go ahead and eat. Replenish a little bit. Get nice and hydrated, and we'll fill up our water skin, and then we'll go see if we can get a little better bearing on
a drink from you yet?
what's going on here.
have gone awry, but clearly with no discernible.
I can't get
Until
water
next
from her, huh?
time.
I see. And is this something I'll need to worry about in the future?
Oh,
Annalyn's being
certainly,
polite.
I hope not. That would be quite unfortunate for my research.
I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding.
If
Okay.
there's anything you need, just let me know.
Let's see. Just need some more water, please.
Of course.
Well, of course. No, the beginning was just the camera focused on me instead of Onolin here and trying to get
Until
the
next
entire
time.
chat to fall in love with me with some, like, flirty gestures and stuff like that. I couldn't help myself. Okay. Which I think it was only Magus and Hoster in the chat at that point, so... I don't know. I mean, they're perfectly decent guys and everything, but I don't know if I want to, like, enter a relationship with them, from what I know. Hey, Simpa. Good to see you. Glad you could join for a little bit. Let's face it, everybody who joined here just had some morbid curiosity about what my face looked like, I think. I'm increasing my one-handed skill. Take that how you will. He is an intriguing looking character, isn't he? I did random roll for preset, and I was giving something a little more vanilla looking, but he did have the facial structure and the face paint. I fiddled with the hair a little bit and found something that I thought would be distinctly Valenwood, if you will. Okay, so first thing here. Oh, thank you for the recap there, Hauser. That's about it in a nutshell, yeah. Heads up, some handsome man's hijacked your stream. He's up in the top right corner. Whoa! What's he doing up there? Definitely not me, handsome man. Okay, so first things first here, we're getting the lay of the land a little bit. He's heard about this Shrine of Azura, I think. So we're going to go check that out. He did see that on the way up, and it seemed like a very good point of reference for a lot of other things. And this fog is so thick at, what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon? There's a tree up there I don't remember seeing. That's interesting. And on the way, we're hoping to meet a certain Khajiit monk, I think, who patrols the roads over here. And that is... He just left Winterhold? Yes, that was Winterhold. He's kind of stationed himself in Winterhold right now. Oh, there's the shrine. Okay. We'll go ahead and put on our helmet. He's kind of stationed himself in Winterhold right now because this is the only civilization he's seen since his boat has crashed. Or his ship, I guess. I'm sure the captain would get very upset if he heard me call his ship a boat. And we got some wolves. Should be able to take care of it, though. Come on, you a-holes. There we go. Nothing an Imperial pikeman can't handle, I think. This is legendary difficulty. So even these little tiffs with wolves can get a little tense. He is getting to the point. That is a spear. I am running Animated Armory, which is one of my favorite combat mods. It is technically an animation mod, and it has some weapon mashups in it, mostly just, you know, reshapings of other weapons and splicing different parts together, but they do look really good. They're proportioned a little better than the heavy armory stuff, I think. I consider it a combat mod because it does expand both the look and the feel of melee combat, in my opinion. It does give you all new attack animations, including, you know, directional power attacks and stuff like that to get used to both offensively and defensively, because I'm a big I'm a big timed block guy. It's a big part of how I play this game, at least in Melee. So I would suggest looking into it if you want to, you know, expand your game a little bit in terms of melee combat. It works really well. Okay, this wolf we might be able to avoid. He's chasing that goat around. We want to get up there. Oh, there are 3 wolves this time. Let's try to avoid them if possible. So yeah, we are trying to get to the Shrine of Azura right now. Just as a point of reference, so we can sort of get the lay of the land a little better. Figure out the terrain and maybe figure out where we want to go. That is the guise that I am using to find Kadojo, who is a Khajiit monk added in by interesting NPCs. He has a lot of good, ooh, frozen corpse. Bosmer's journal. Interesting. I am going to be taking the pelts and stuff. In fact, I probably should have taken the pelts from those wolves that I killed earlier, but I'm not going to be doing too much in the way of smithing. But the leather is helpful for coming up with the black mage robes, which I think will make good infiltration gear and maybe a little less conspicuous outfit for Stormcloak controlled territories. Better shaped weapons has a patch for heavy armory, I think. Also, believable weapons can make the vanilla weapons a bit more believable. Interesting. Yeah, I'm running Lean Wolf right now, which does a satisfactory job for the vanilla weapons. For the swords, anyway. The maces still could use a little work. But I will look into those, thank you. For the maces especially, I've asked around about better shaped mace options. Because they are just ridiculous. Stab, stab. So the spears, they are quicker than a great sword. They also have better range than a quick sword. But they do less damage overall. So combat tends to be more engaging with the spear, I think, because you're constantly, you know, trying to get those timed blocks. You're attacking a lot more and trying to dodge as well. That's actually a pretty good idea for a video. I might do a little bit of like a modding guide on a minimalist melee loadout, just to improve melee combat a little bit. Vanilla Skyrim sorely needs it, I think, and I think a lot of people out there probably aren't willing to install huge load orders like we are in order to fix the whole game. They just want something to get them going a little bit. Hey there, Wind. Good morning. Glad to see you could join. Bleed damage, or am I thinking of another mod? There might very well be bleed damage. I'll have to check the mod page on that because I don't think there's a way to check in game. I haven't actually kept any enemy alive for too long to notice the bleed damage, but maybe that's something that we'll do next. If we come across another single wolf, I'll just hit him once and see if we can watch his life bar deplete. Have you seen that Shrine of Azura? Well, yeah, I have now. Sight to see. And she's doing pretty good there without any support, I gotta say. Anyway. Yeah, just because I am on camera now and I don't have the anonymity of the internet, doesn't mean that I've gained any amount of shame, so... yeah, we'll go ahead and bask in the glory of Azura's underboob. I'm not above that. Oh, hey there. Arania?
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here.
Seen my coming. Is that two things? Okay. This priest seems a little,
magic protect you.
a little priesty. Oh, speaking of priestiness, though, we do need to make sure that we pray so that we don't lose favor with her scene. That would be good, now that we're out here in the wilderness. I wonder if the shrine actually counts as wilderness. Let's take a look here. Indeed it does. We're at 27.8%. So we are growing in terms of favor. Literally not above that. Yeah, for sure. I think my biggest problem with heavy armory and animated armory is that some of the placement is off. Like the range on the spears and the halberds aren't quite what they should be, and they kind of hold them up close toward the blade a little bit, toward the business end, I suppose, the pointy end. Okay, there's a wolf. Looks like he's going after the fox for now. I have had very, very rare freezes playing with this load order, which might be exasperated a little bit by the fact that I am streaming and recording and now running a camera. So you'll see me quick save a little bit more often, just in case we get frozen. I don't want to have to redo anything. Hey, Wolfie. Why does your mouth and your butt smell the same? Oh, wait, I know why. Bleed damage. I don't see any bleed damage. Ooh, took that shot there. Yeah, I didn't notice any bleed damage there, so you might be thinking of something else, unless it's attached to a spear and I'm not using the default spear from Animated Armory. Well, I gotta say, this Imperial armor has been a real blessing, starting off with this, gameplay-wise anyway. Definitely not is a blessing in terms of being conspicuous to Stormcloak soldiers and Stormcloak friendly guards. Still taking a lot of damage even from those timed blocks and those and all this armor rating that we have. So legendary difficulty is no joke, even for just a few wolves. 2 wolves I seem to be able to handle. I think 3 would be more than a party. It would be a crowd at that point. Love the hat. That's my hair. Wind. Oh, you're talking about Annalyn, not me. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I know. Yeah, this is one of the armor replacers. This is from the Nulvis guide. I don't know off the top of my head what replacer it is. I'm bad about that. This isn't Man of Wars, is it? Might be. I'm sure somebody in the chat knows. Is that Maik or is that Kadojo? God, I feel so racist right now. Oh, I hear some wolves out there too. Thankfully, none of them are ice wolves at level 1. That is Maik. A lot of Khajiit wandering the roads these days, eh?
Gods, another fight.
Another fight?
I am staying out of this.
Well, don't walk toward it. Okay, it looks like the goat is leading them away, so I think Maik will be fine. Oh, here comes our guy. Not this guy. He's just a pilgrim. A silent one at that. Here's our guy. Now, Kadojo I like. He's got some really good dialogue. He's very fleshed out as a follower.
Well met, traveler. I am Kadojo, a monk, making the pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura.
And he does have a connection with Azura and other Daedra. Onelin here is not opposed to Daedra worship because he is worshiping her scene, and he's not a bad guy. So he does understand that Daedra aren't inherently bad, and that is a stance vehemently taken by Kadojo here. And also, Kadojo having a connection to Azura and being a monk and everything might have a little bit of gift of foresight, which I think helps reconcile
Yes, the shrine of Azura is said to be
my knowledge of the game with the fact that Onelin is completely a fish out of water in Skyrim here.
To the Daedric Prince.
Iron Legion by Nordwar? Could be.
Look east to Morrowind, offering sanctuary to her humble servants. Some may frown upon worship of the Daedra, as if the Aedra held a monopoly on the forces of good, when in truth...
Oh, Kadojo is the person that found your snow elf and saved her. Nice.
Are capable of love.
He's a great follower that I don't see too much of. You see a lot of, Zora and Gore, because I guess they're easily obtainable right next to Riverwood. You see this guy wandering around, and you might not think that he is even a modded NPC at first.
I follow the path.
But yeah, he's great. I like him a lot.
The Aedra and Daedra are the embodiment of this mantra. It is a common misconception that these balancing forces are the spirit of good and evil, a reductive and flawed interpretation. The Aedra are the agents of stasis.
Oh, there's a patch for animated armory and ordinator, huh? I'm just using it straight up as a great sword. That works for me.
Itself cannot be an agent of anything. When the two are in balance, time progresses at its natural flow. The world changes.
Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my Draugr shirt. I don't know if you can see it from there.
In truth, it is not for us to attach
Figured it would be fitting
to the creators. If mortals cannot divine the nature of themselves, it is quite presumptuous to try the same with the gods.
All right, Kadojo, follow me.
Then let us wander these white sands.
Okay, so the way
our destination.
I'm role-playing this is that Kadojo sought out Onelin. He kind of gets a sense of destiny, of a big epic fate from Onelin here. So he felt that kind of aura and decided to seek him out and provide him guidance and stuff like that. So Kadojo is the one who's going to act as a guide, I think. And as I said, reconcile my knowledge of the game with Onelin's complete lack of knowledge of Skyrim. So Kadojo says that there might be some things for us to learn that are of value in the College of Winterhold here. Now, it's going to be completely up to randomness whether or not we're able to get into the college based on the spell that it has us cast, but I do have a contingency plan. In fact, I almost think that at level 1, we might be in over our head doing Sarthal just because of the whole Yurik thing. And a couple streams ago, I was calling him Jirik, and I was cringing every time I heard myself say that in the archive when I was reviewing the footage for the recap episode. It's totally a leading J there, so I think it's absolutely going to be Yurik, and that sounds a lot better as a Nordy name than Jirik, that's for sure. Big epic faith, permadeath. I know I said I have faith, but not that much faith. Yeah, so I think what Kadojo is going to have us do out here now is head to Whiterun. Because he thinks that there's probably some improvement to be had there. He thinks that the companions might be able to help us out with our atrophy situation here. So let's do that. We'll get our fighting legs back underneath us. We'll get out of the Stormcloak controlled area here, and then maybe we'll come back to the college stuff after that. Uric becomes much less of an issue if you have a follower to take the heat. And he does sometimes have a cloak spell. We're getting a little framey here. Now, like I said, I am running the camera. I'm doing a local recording at 1080p 60 now for recap episodes. And the depth of field effect on the camera is, it does draw from the GPU a little bit. But, you know, 55 frames per second in this area, which is really heavy, is not that bad, I think. It's not what we were getting before I made all these tech changes, but it's still suitable, I think. So yeah, sorry, bear with me. I'll be keeping an eye on frame rates and stuff like that, because a lot of these changes are new. Just hoping that they're stable for the most part, and that I can react in time to things that I see on the screen.
Longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere. Is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing.
Yeah, I'm outputting at 60 frames per second, even though I'm seeing much higher than that on my screen. So you probably won't notice anything, but as it dips, I definitely notice. Good heavens, some of us are happy with 50s just playing. Yeah, I know. I mean, as I've kind of been more interested in the technology and stuff and upgrading my gear, I've become kind of an FPS snob. You do get accustomed to a certain frame rate. There are a lot of people who vehemently believe that the human eye can't see the difference between like 30 and 60 frames per second, but that is categorically false. Many human eyes can see the difference between, say, 100 FPS and 150 FPS, even that much.
We'll pay whatever
and the more that I see high FPS stuff, the more sensitive my eye gets to it. So, wow, that is quite the cape there. That is a little clashy there, Idoloff.
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulf.
We'll take off our helmet here.
Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Little framey over here too. This might be the most demanding. Well, the spot up close to Dragon's Reach too is pretty heavy, but this might be one of the most demanding spots in the game. And if I'm getting 52 to 55, I'm pretty happy with that, I think. Okay. Let's first see if Adrian here can teach us a little bit about smithing. We'll get some free leather out of it, and maybe we can come up with our infiltration outfit. Yeah, I can definitely tell if it drops down to 30, no question. Yep, the more you look at it, the more sensitive you get. Higher FPS is especially nice in first person. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see. Need any help around the forge?
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron
Oh,
dagger? Here's everything you need to
seems
make
really
one.
happy that
Go
we
ahead.
offered our help. Okay.
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
An iron dagger, eh? Now I got two different iron daggers here. Gotta make sure I pick the right one. This one looks a little more Skyrim-y,
Not
so
bad.
yeah.
Reminds me when I first started smithing.
That was a nose scratch. That wasn't a nose pick, by the way.
Have you met my father?
Another idea
He's a
that I have for
steward
a
up at
bot is
Dragon's
a nose pick counter. Anytime you see the hands to the nose there, somebody increments the counter. I think that might be fun.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up?
Modded Whiterun doesn't know what high FPS is, though. Yeah, I mean, actually, before I added the camera in and did the recording, I was getting right up at like 59 frames per second, and I was barely able to tell that it was stuttering at all.
Thanks for the business.
But yeah, I did recently upgrade my CPU, which totally removed the bottleneck that I had there, and now I'm, as you can see, I'm only running 10 to 20% on the CPU. Well, being in a pause menu doesn't help right now, but yeah, completely removed that and really gave me a boost to frame rate. So that was a nice upgrade. Oh good, my wife is on time. Good. Oh, I was supposed to sharpen it, not tan the leather yet. Sorry, paying more attention to
Their steps move in harmony.
the chat than the game. So I blame you. Kidding. Booger cam? Yes, booger cam for sure. Let's see. Yeah, maybe for the recap episodes too, I'll do a booger counter. Zoom in on my face every time I go for it. Sharpen the leather, for sure.
I help my father in more ways than people realize. This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor?
Oh man, your
Let's
old
start by
PC dropped
tanning
into the
some
single
leather on the
digits?
rack.
Yikes. Yeah, I mean, you're probably still reveling in the glory of whatever your new frame rate is enough that you don't even have to worry about it, huh, Gale? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of envy you a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah. Now we go to the rack. You know, I kind of like the rack that we saw at Azura's Shrine a little better than this rack, but, you know, we'll make do with what we have.
You think all the counsel my father
Laughing
provides
Simon,
Jarl is
the
his
handsome
own?
bastard. Are you talking about
Say I
Adrian?
advise the advisor and leave it at that.
Because she's a woman, and that's offensive. I'm kidding. Thank you, thank you. Glad to see you could drop by the way. I did try to catch one of your live streams the other day, but I think you were having some technical issues. But yeah, it looked good. I think the VR translated well from what I saw. Here's that leather you wanted.
Good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps fitting, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need.
Okay. Hide helmet, hide helmet. So I figure one way to be successful at permadeath is to just have a complete crafting run. So the goal for this permadeath is to, you know, let's say get to 50 smithing level without dying. What? I'm kidding.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy.
I know this isn't the most
More
compelling
inside.
footage, but we got to get our
I should hire you to
fighting
be my
legs underneath
assistant
us
at
here.
this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there.
okay, workbench,
Don't forget to
workbench.
check inside the shop if you need anything.
Yeah, let's turn off the frame rate stuff. We don't need that on anymore. I've been so used to running with the Riva tuner stuff on because of all the changes that I made lately that sometimes I just don't even see it anymore.
Have you met my father? He's the steward up at Dragon's Reach.
You want to hide the helmet? I always want to hide the helmet. Especially in terms of Azura. You know, speaking of Azura, with, you know, a very tall lady with that's specially endowed in a certain area, I have started playing Resident Evil 8. That just came out yesterday, I think. And talk about
You
tall
have
ladies
talent.
that are
Keep
specially
working at
endowed.
your craft and you'll be
It's
a
good stuff.
fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh?
Prep is a big part of permadeath runs. I find it interesting. Good, good. Yeah, I think so too. I know meta is a dirty word to a lot of like role players. I'm really trying my best to mesh both roleplay and meta. But I do also find that you know,
Thanks for
the
the business.
meta analysis for all this stuff is intriguing. And you know, I did a little piece on my recap about how I think that, you know, permadeath and the slow-paced progression and planning and everything actually aids in roleplay. And I do actually believe that to a certain extent. The biggest problem is that you get attached to these characters and then they go away forever, and it's kind of it's a jagged pill to swallow. But you know, when the consequences are real, you tend to really attach yourself to this character really quickly, I think. Especially when you go as far as doing a damn introductory cinematic video for the guy. Spending hours on just character creation just to, you know, see him die after a couple hours.
Someone's been pilfering crops from my farm.
Strudel says she thinks I've done a fabulous job mixing the two. Thank you, thank you.
Rot in prison.
Yeah, I see a lot of permadeath on Twitch especially, and I see like a lot of roleplay on
It took me weeks to find that beast.
on YouTube and stuff like that, but rarely do you see the two intertwine, and I think that could be a nice little niche to carve out. One guy by the name of Rykon, I think, does it extremely well, and he's got something that I don't, and that's that epic voice. I don't think my voice is bad, but you can tell that guy works on it. He is a professional voice actor. One of my favorites. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the errands and stuff. I think that would be a good way to, you know, kind of get Onolin's legs stretched out a little bit, make a name for himself in town. I think a big part of Onolin's mission here is going to not only be to get back to Solitude and rejoin the Legion as, you know, a fully functioning officer and somebody who can make an impact in the war,
What would you have me do,
but
Grongar?
also
Your
to
brother is the
increase
Jarl.
the
Though I can't
regard
question his judgment.
of the
not
Imperial
asking you to defy
Legion
the
and the Empire here in Skyrim, because it's not just about, you know, winning battles, it's about winning over the locals if we're really going to win this war. So making a name for himself, a good name for himself, is going to be important, I think.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities.
And I should have grabbed Adrian's sword while I was down there to bring it up to Preventus, but we have time for that. Have you watched Leon's Tale? Yes, I've watched probably a good 2/3 into it. I have not finished it, but by the time I got started on it, it was a mountain to climb, that's for sure. But Leon's Tale was excellent. I did like it. That wasn't permadeath, but it was heavy roleplay and some of the best voice acting I've seen for a Skyrim Let's Play in a very long time, if ever. Probably the best. Let's see. Are you the only wizard in Whiterun?
I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking.
Though I think it would depend on the characters.
is
Some
also
of my
home to a
characters I
priest,
love, and others are just
priestess,
test
an alchemist,
characters
and
that
I'm sure
I
others
delete.
who practice.
Yeah.
Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of
And some of our
alchemists,
test characters
I have
become
some
beloved
frost salts
characters
for
that
Arcadia.
we will
She
never
asked me to
delete.
obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so
Hashtag
kind as
save
to
Dell.
deliver the frost salts for me?
Bring 'em
I'm
back,
sure
Wind.
Arcadia
Bring
will
'em back.
provide some form of recompense.
Don't make me break out the petition again. You know I will. I'll deliver those frost salts for you.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task.
Ooh, if I had my confidence back right now, I would get all up in your face and give you a severe chastising.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Hold on, let me check my phone here. Professional streamer here, getting blown up by his wife. She's just letting me know that she's on time, and then she sent me another text saying, "Oh, I'm sure you're streaming right now, but all is on time." He's like, "Okay, thanks." How about, good to hear, can't wait to see you. Normally I'd send something snarky, but, you know, nobody needs more stress in the middle of an airport, right? I wish I could. Not sure what happened to his file. Okay, so then we're going to change the name to hashtag Resurrect Dell. Tell her chat says hello. Yes, I will do that. BT dubs. Chat says hello. She'll appreciate that. She's actually a big fan of my cinematic style stuff. She loved Chemical Whispers, but the streaming stuff, you got to be a fan of Skyrim in order to kind of see this, and she's not really much of a video game person.
It's fun most days, but hard work.
So she doesn't drop in for the streams, but she does appreciate the recorded stuff. Okay, let's see here. Now is a good opportunity. You know, clairvoyance is such a useless spell once you know where you're going with everything. I mean, that's kind of the understatement of the year, right? First of all, it doesn't lead us to the front door here. But second of all, after spending my entire Magicka bar on clairvoyance here, look how much my illusion went up. You can see like maybe a pixel in the corner there. So you can't even use it for leveling. It's useful if you're like really having a hard time finding your quest target. But once you've played through the game once or twice, you pretty much know where everything is. I don't know, it might be a nice roleplay mechanic, but...
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles?
In terms of like Skyrim Unbound, I use it just as a direction saying, okay, this character is talented in magic, in illusion magic, so...
splendid, splendid.
That opens the door for like illusion spells and stuff like that.
I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation.
Let's see, catching up on chat here. Rykon's voice is next level, but you've got a cracking voice for this sort of stuff. Very easy to listen to. Okay, good, good. It did take some time to get, you know, comfortable in front of the microphone. Hopefully it doesn't take as much time getting as comfortable in front of the camera. It actually hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be. The beginning there got a little awkward as I, you know, was flirting with the stream there, but, you know, you roll how you roll, I guess. Let's see, though I think it would depend on the characters. Some of my characters I love, and others are just okay, I've read that one. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's see. Exactly. Arana Ice Veins is the...
Take care of yourself.
Arana Ice Veins is the second version of the test character, and I love her so much I'll create a real character for her. Ah, she's gonna become a real boy. You're gonna make a wish upon a star there? Let's see. And then there was E. I remember E. Without the dots in between. Chemical Whispers next episode when? Oh, I don't know. That ship might have sailed. I might pick them back up at some point. It would take a lot of replaying to get back. You know, I have always planned on picking that series back up. It's just so much work. And I do plan on doing like little tips and tricks guide for both like modding and gameplay, and maybe a couple of like just not exhaustive mod run-throughs, but like little tips and tricks on synergies and stuff on how to get the most out of like certain mod spell packs and things like that, which I think I can fit into my life a little better than the Chemical Whispers stuff. But the plan was always to pick that back up at some point. The thing is as proud as I was of the Chemical Whispers stuff, and as much as people seem to love it, there's very, very few views on that stuff. I think maybe what I'll do is put maybe one of those episodes up as a preview on my channel, maybe get a little bit more exposure, because I think there's a lot of good stuff in there. You know, the episodes are really short and everything. They're easy to swallow. They're condensed. They're dramatic. And they do have like good gameplay and stuff in them if you get through the first, you know, few minutes of dialogue and stuff.
Browse to your heart's content.
So we're not going to be much of an alchemist here, but once we deliver the frost salts, it kind of opens up some stuff to us as far as what we can take from her shop here. So we will go through and gather up the healing potions and maybe some of the stamina potions here. Yeah,
I sell cures for all ills.
the bottles here are kind of translucent, so if you don't have enough light, the empty part of the bottle kind of disappears. I think that's a parallax thing. The rest of it looks good enough that I'm able to deal with it. And if you have a strong enough life source, it doesn't really affect things too much, but does look a little odd So you know exactly what's going on there. Anyway, we'll stop dwelling on that.
I offer...
Foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles.
Your boy
our
opens the
suffering.
console to pause. That's a Skyrim modding veteran right there.
Had enough of
You know, I was using the console to quote unquote cheat. Oh, hold on. To cheat before I even knew what a mod was. And after, you know, about the first week of tweaking attribute values and stuff, I decided that it was completely unfun to play with that, with like the God mode and stuff on. So I started, you know, using it to mostly just fix bugs and stuff that I would encounter in the vanilla game. Yeah, console veteran, for sure. I was doing it before it was cool. Let's see, I need iHUD. I forgot to attach the widgets. Sorry about that. And I do want to check kill cams here too. I don't want to get stuck in a kill cam. Let's see. What am I looking for here? Violins. There he is. Player kill, move, immunity, last restriction off. Okay, all that looks good. Okay, now it's getting a little dark here, but I think we do have some time to... we'll do this here.
You've already been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back.
We do have some time to grab Adrian's sword and bring it up to Preventus for...
All we ask is to look for her. I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail.
And maybe we can even do the Hall of the Dead for Anders there too.
This is not over.
Just little things here that we can do to...
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun.
Help us level up a little bit, get back into the swing of things. And who is it you are looking for?
A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead.
Insert giant metal condom joke about the guy on the left there. It's one I've already done before, so I don't want to rehash it again, but dude looks like a giant metal condom. Let's see. Why are you looking for this
It's
person?
none of your concern. All you need to know...
Rasherito of the Doritos.
If that doesn't interest you, feel free to...
Wow,
walk
if I'm a
away.
general, I don't know. I don't put myself above you at all, so are you also a general? Colonel? El Presidente Rasherito? Welcome aboard, friend. Okay.
If you locate her, find us in Rorikstead.
So, Onelin might be a little conflicted about this. He knows that Hammerfell is indirectly, or I guess directly at odds with the Imperial Legion, with the Empire these days.
I might have it stored away.
They are independent. He understands why. He doesn't disagree with them, but he is a Legion man through and through. So he's probably going to distrust them. They are enemies.
Well, you've come to the right place.
And besides that, they are wanting us to spy, more or less, on a citizen here, which would not be good in spreading our good name.
Have you met my father?
So we're probably
He's a
just gonna
steward up at Dragon's
live and
Reach.
let live on that one, I think. We'll let Sedia off the hook. Did I already get the sword from her?
Stay sharp.
Or does she have to be out at the forge? Huh. I'm not
I
having
help
the...
my father in more ways than people realize.
Not getting the right dialogue.
Thanks
Okay,
for
we'll
the
take care of it
business.
tomorrow morning.
The stores in Skyrim are well and good, but I wonder if one pays for the atmosphere.
One pays for the atmosphere. Maybe. I mean, that's part of it. I would expect the more money that a person puts into their shop, the more overhead that they're going to put on the price of things to make up for it. Okay, let's go visit the Hall of the Dead here. Kadojo has told us that there might be some disturbances in the life and death energies of this place. Wow, it's really dark here. Let's throw on a quick light.
Battleborn, give me your money. any money. You better give me 5 septims right now or I'm gonna bloody your nose.
All right. Well, one of them has a little too much backbone, and the other one not enough.
I'll give you 10 septims.
They'll figure it out.
Just don't hit me. 10 septims tomorrow.
Just wait until they're teens. They'll be all over each other. I'm not inserting a giant metal condom anywhere. Thank you very much. Good call. Good call. You made me laugh so hard I drooled a little bit. There you go.
Tell me, do you believe in
Wipe that
mighty
spittle
Arche,
clean.
god of life and death?
It's the biggest reason I've grown this beard is so that it traps my drool and I don't look like, you know, I had a brain injury or something. Let's see. The god of death, I know him well. The gods aren't a big part of my life. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Tell me about him.
Well, as I said, Arche is the god of life and death. You'll find his temples and halls of the dead all across Tamriel. Priests of Arche, such as myself, perform rites for the dead and sometimes console the bereaved. We also keep a constant vigil.
Oh, that is Valentine, isn't that?
Practice the vile arts
From Fallout
of
4?
necromancy. I asked the question because I was hoping
Good
you
call,
might
good
be
call.
able to help me recover something I've lost.
Oh, because of character. He's an officer, probably more of a legate, even though the entire Imperial Legion thinks he's dead at this point, so he's going to have to probably earn his way back up to that point. But,
my amulet of Arche.
yeah, I get where you're coming from now.
My divine
I'm picking up what you're
powers and
laying
also a
down.
sacred badge of office.
I gotcha.
I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd look for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless.
Yep,
Without
that's
that
what my monk
amulet,
friend
I'm
said.
powerless to confront them. Would
He also
be
voices
willing to
Mercer.
search
The
for
Mercer one I did know about. Mercer and Valentine, yeah. This guy does a lot of voices across all those games, I think. I'll find your amulet for you.
I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing
Yeah.
of Arche be upon you.
Good luck with that, friend. Alright, let's get suited up. Alright, let's do it. Don't mind us, just gonna slay a few boners here. Whoa! Ooh, time block the bash. How about those for reflexes? Oh my god. Getting too cocky. Kadojo, where were you on that one? You're supposed to be watching my back. Did he come through that door? Because there's another one right on the other side of the door. He must have come up from deeper down in there. Wow, that really hurt too, didn't it? Okay, maybe he closed the door behind him then. That one skeleton that flanked us is usually behind that door. Booger cam. I don't know what this is, but I'll take it. Makes me feel stronger. And you know what? Why not just a little bit of a bonus here for taking that swipe to the back there. Did you guys have anything good? Ooh, a ring, for sure. Okay, so Onolin, being pretty much a knight class, plus some alteration, is all about honor, I would say. So he's not going to loot from the dead very much. Okay. Should have bashed him out of that one. He's not going to loot from the dead too much, but if the dead attack him, it's free reign on, you know, whatever they were carrying. But as far as like burial urns and stuff like that, he's not going to loot. Chests are a different story. Chests look a lot newer than a lot of the barrows that they're found in. Like they weren't there the whole time, so he'll probably loot those. That's the roleplay reason for it. The actual reason is that I can't help myself. I gotta know what's inside. So there you go. I'm shameless about it. Let's see here. Where did that squirrely fella go? There he
I
is.
spend so much time among the dead, I sometimes forget how much I miss the company of the living.
That was really creepy. So take your amulet, and I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Hey, please, take this gold for your troubles.
I don't know. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of you know, the necrophilia going on with this guy, don't you think? He gave me the thirsty eyes, that's for sure. I'm out of here. It must be the helmet. Definitely not going to play hide the helmet with that guy. Boners is 12. Yeah, yep. 12 for sure. A grown-ass man with a beard who is also 12 years old. I think that probably describes a lot of us here. Okay, so one more thing to do. You know, we got a late start on the day. We're not tired yet. Let's see. Kadojo here is leading us toward the companions. He thinks that this might be a good place to increase our strength, increase the notoriety of our name,
Strike when the shoulder turns. He's giving you opening.
and also a place to increase our honor a little bit on our way back to General Tullius in Solitude. Okay, well this definitely looks like the place to get stronger if that's what we need to do, which we do.
Get him. Kill him.
And it's really dark here, so let's pop on the quick light. I can't imagine how dark it is for you guys on YouTube there. He liked bones, that's for sure. Only one at a time though, I guess, because he seemed pretty scared of all those bones down in the crypt. Also Enthir, yeah, I remember Enthir, that's for sure. Which is funny because Mercer and Enthir are bitter enemies, even though they never interact. That's probably why. Okay, so we didn't walk in on Ayla and skewer there. That's okay.
We all do. It is our burden to bear.
You think they do it doggy style? They have to, right?
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along.
Bright enough here. Oh, good, good, good.
Leave that to me.
I'll keep the quick light on just in case. I am able to see on my second monitor how things look, and they look okay, but a little better with the quick light.
A stranger comes to our hall.
Wow, Kodlak looks great there, doesn't he? I'm not sure what mod this is. It's either Pandorable's Males or Pride of Skyrim. I'm not sure what Novus ends up on after all is said and done, but man, he looks awesome. The eyes especially. I would like to join these companions.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
The YouTube chat delay is a little rough. It's like I see people laughing and like cringing and stuff, and I'm like, okay, what of the 1,000 jokes that I just told is the one that they're cringing on?
To seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you?
I would switch to the ultra low latency mode, but I'm kind of proud of the video quality that I'm getting on these streams, so I don't want to, you know, sacrifice too much of that there. You know, right now, I was kind of a badass before, but I have much to learn right now.
That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that.
I used to be a badass, I
Take him out
promise.
to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Don't sound too enthused about it. You're about to go toe-to-toe with an Imperial Legionaire. What's this? Two-handed, yes, we can definitely use that. Now, this part is kind of tense for me. Sometimes Vilkas does have aggro triggered and he will attack. And with how much stronger Vilkas is than us at this level, it's that could be, you know, kind of catastrophic if he slices us in half. in one blow there. Luckily, he's using the one-handed weapon with the sword and board style stuff there. But he's still more than we can take on, that's for sure. So I have to remain vigilant, on point. Oh, he's in a hurry to get this done, isn't he? I need 6 for this part. I can only imagine.
The old man said to have a look at you.
Let's actually,
Let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Come on.
Can you?
Pretty good arm you have there.
Whoa!
Slow to me. I could take him. How's the newcomer?
Not bad.
Whew.
Next
Okay.
time won't be so easy.
He almost got
You
us
might
there.
just make
Almost
it.
clipped us.
But for now, you're still a whelp to us.
Vilkas won't
Like-
stand a chance.
So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
Okay. So yeah, Onolin still hasn't gotten his confidence back. He still feels the effect of that hypothermia. He's still quite atrophied from the whole ordeal in the Sea of Ghosts. I kind of imagine, you know, he might have passed out on that ship for a while. Which kind of makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it? He kind of like hit his head on a wall or something when the iceberg struck.
What brings you here?
But yeah, he doesn't have his strength back. He's probably got pretty low confidence at the moment.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
Just doing what I'm asked.
That attitude
He's gonna stay
will
humble.
get you far. If you are some stuffy
Vilkas
merchant
does look
or a
good.
Jarl's
Farkas looks good
footstool.
too.
Around here, you'll want to learn to live your own life. Remember,
Pride of
no one
Skyrim for the
rules
companions.
anybody in the companions.
That test always reminds me of videos where Vilkas glitches out and straight up kills the player. That is exactly what I was afraid of. I've had that happen more than once, actually, and he was aggro there for a little bit. It doesn't always happen, but he was going for it there. I just got enough swings in. Are you a companion?
Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in
Eorlin
all of
Greymane.
Skyrim, all of Tamriel.
All right, well, I'm going to need to be going.
I have a favor to ask.
And what is it you need?
I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
Sure, I'll be happy to lend a hand. I know you told me just not to be anybody's errand boy, but sounds like you got some important stuff going on there.
That's a good man.
All right. So, let's see. Once we bring this shield back, we will be invited to bunk there going forward, and we'll also be offered a job by Farkas. Now, we got pretty good chances that Farkas is going to offer us a hired muscle job where we go rough somebody up because they owe somebody money. But I don't think that Aralos is that kind of guy. He's looking to make a better name for himself than that. Yeah, so here's Farkas. He looks pretty much the same.
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be
But
around
he's got the man
someplace.
bun and a little bit of the emo...
Until next time.
Emo bangs there. Vilkas probably looks a little better. Handsome fellas. Breaking hearts and making sharts. I don't know if that's a thing people say. I just made it up. They probably don't shart, but I would imagine that, you know, getting all that armor off in time for an emergency number 2 is probably quite the stressful endeavor. These are the things I think about while playing Skyrim.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
I have your shield.
Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Are you new here?
I told you. This is the
Punctured
whelp
by
that
the
Vilkas
wolf.
mentioned.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you can handle Vilkas?
That hole is only going to get deeper, Strudel. I'm really good at digging, but I'm really bad at climbing, so I'll see you in China or Australia or wherever I end up, I guess. I really don't care for boasting right now.
Ah, a man of action. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call?
We can take this helmet off.
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelps sleep.
New blood? Oh, hello. I'm Farkas. Come, follow me.
New
Skjor
blood.
and Ayala like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired.
Will
Tilma
do,
will
will
keep
do.
the place clean. She always has. All
Tilma.
right, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you.
You call
Come
this
to me
clean?
or Ayala if you're looking
Look at
for
these
work.
shelves.
Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to
Big
do.
pile of wood on the
Good
floor
luck.
over there.
Welcome to the Companions. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've gotten a letter about someone needing some muscle right here in Whiterun Hold. I don't know what the fight is about, and that's not our business anyway. I just need you to go out there, look tough, and scare this milk drinker into submission. No more than that. I don't want to hear about a killing, understand?
Look, this spear I'm carrying is bigger than me. Do you think I'm really going to scare anybody? Especially now. I'm totally weak. And besides, that's not a really good way to grow my honor, don't you think?
Unfortunate, but someone else will take care of it.
All right, well, at least he understands. That's good. Can you train me in heavy armor?
I'll show you what I can about protecting yourself.
Okay, we do have enough to top that off. And a level up. Nice, nice.
Until next time.
And we probably have enough money for another couple levels of training in two-handed as well. Ugh, these stairs are so hard to get up in this mod list. I don't know why. It could be the Leviathan walking animation that I have, but I don't notice that issue on any other set of stairs. How about doing Ayla's hunting quests? We could do that, except last time I tried to do a hunting quest for Ayla, it was a saber cat. And I would like to avoid that. Maybe.
I can always tell whether I will like a city by their selection of fish.
Selection of fish. Okay, let's go ahead and take that level up, and we'll take the two-handed levels that we can get from Vilkas here. Okay, so this being a hybrid magic melee class, it's going to be very breadthy in what skills I need to focus in. Meaning that I'm not going to be able to really focus on skills. I'm going to have to spread it out a little farther than any kind of like focused skill progression. So I think in terms of attributes, I'm going to spread them thin for right now because I need all of them. So I think that my strategy right now is going to be just taking the attribute with the lowest current value. So right now that would be health. And then next it would be magicka. Okay. Let's see, how much money do I have now? 506. I kind of want to get the Fury spell too, but we can do that tomorrow morning. All right, so tomorrow, wow, it is really dark. It's really bright with the quick light, really dark without it. We're going to go ahead and get some sleep. We will, tomorrow we'll do the errand for Adrian, and then while we're up at Dragon's Reach, we'll get the Fury spell from Farengar. And then I think what we will do is maybe get an errand, like a delivery quest, a little side job from the missive board to see if maybe we can get something that takes us to Riverwood, and then we'll do some stuff there. We do need plenty of rest. Get our body back in shape here. Let it recover. Mild hunger, moderate thirst. Well, we can take care of that. Wow, still hungry, huh? I guess Onelin here is a growing boy. Okay, so we have shored up on our heavy armor a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to spend my perks. Let's go ahead and do that. I think heavy armor is a good focal point for right now, so we'll go ahead and take one there. Actually, I haven't noticed that our damage output is too much of a hindrance right now. So let's go ahead and focus on heavy armor, keep ourselves alive for a little bit longer, and also get more experience in each encounter in that heavy armor skill. I think that's a prudent way to spend those perks right now. Okay, a little brighter out here it looks like. Looking nice, beautiful day. Can't forget to pray once we get outside of city limits here. 7:30. Adrian might be up and at 'em already.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy.
Oh, you got some
More
good
inside.
pieces. You ain't lying, lady. Oh, jeez. I really am 12. Okay, so you work the forge all day.
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
I'll do it.
Thanks.
By my honor as a Legionnaire, I will deliver this sword. Epic sword delivery. Alright, so back up to Dragon's Reach here. We're going to drop off that sword, we're going to buy the Fury spell, and if I have anything left over, which I don't think I will, I'll spend it in some two-handed training.
Today, they take away your faith.
I see the metal horns Magus is throwing up there. Epic sword delivery. Okay, so after this, I think, yeah, like I said, we'll head down to Riverwood. And I did mention that we'll want some infiltration gear, and we're also going to need some... probably a boost to our magicka pools if we're going to get into the college at some point here. Which I would like to, in order to unlock training for illusion and alteration. And also, I think Kadojo would think that the college would be something that's useful for Onelin. I'm going to call him Aralas at some point here. After, you know, having recorded probably dozens of episodes for that character. It rolls off the tongue a little bit.
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Let's see. You can take my ring. And I have some empty soul gems that you can have too. Okay. Sorting by value will sort you from the lesser spells all the way up to the greater ones. So for now, I'm just going to take Fury. That's going to be the most useful thing for this character at the moment.
Take care of yourself.
That fits our magic talents. go ahead and take that add item stuff too. I'm not gonna need it. The inventory item works just fine. Following the battle mage archetype, I would say it's probably more of a knight. Two-handed, heavy armor, block, and illusion. And maybe not so much speech, but alteration instead. Battle mage maybe, but not so much. Not so much with the destruction magic. He's going to rely pretty much entirely on illusion magic and his spear for damage output. Okay, now we're definitely get some framiness here. 50, 49, 47, 45. Okay, 44 is the lowest I saw. This is probably the worst frame rate spot in Skyrim, unless you're running like an open cities mod or other town overhauls. I think that is okay. I think that's acceptable for me. It rarely ever goes down this far, and even if I had to fight with this frame rate, it looks a little janky on my end. But it is responsive enough that I think I could get away with it. It's just that I noticed the frame rate at that point. But that's okay. With the illusion and two-handed, he's one bad decision away from a Death Knight. Yes, indeed, indeed.
It's inconceivable to our elven overlords. Sharing the heavens.
Oh, I forgot to drop off the sword. Damn it.
With man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your
I already did what? $40s is a good rate. If it's stable, you can do 40. If it's dipping into the 40s from 60 constantly, that's something that's kind of rough for me. But in that worst spot right there, 40s isn't bad, I think. Especially, you know, if I'm getting 125, 130, 140 FPS in interiors. That's how it's going to be most times, I think. Of course, joining the Legion, I think we're going to get some pretty framey battles there. So that's something that I need to watch out for. Where are you, Preventus? Okay. Time for clairvoyance after I just got done completely ripping clairvoyance apart. Now I'm going to actually use it. He's got to be back inside,
if you
yeah.
give someone a gift, say thank you for it.
Okay. Proventus. I probably walked right by him. Is he having breakfast over here on the table or something? Oh, no, he's standing right there. He must have snuck by me. Could have sworn I didn't see him here. That's okay. I have a sword for you from your daughter.
From Adrian? Ah,
Adrian,
this
yes.
must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood
So
is
eager to poo herself?
Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered.
I'm really not pleased with myself right now. All right. Also, you got any work? Any bounties or
put out
anything?
a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details.
Halted stream might
Enjoy
be
your visit
a
to Dragon's
little difficult to breach, especially with everybody attacking you all at once out in the open there. Might be a little tough. Okay, so let's do this. We do need... By a few coins, he really means a few. Yeah, for sure. Gonna need a hotkey Fury here. We will put that on 4. And then I gotta go into Gamepad++. Yes, I'm a filthy gamepad player. Judge me. I dare ya. I have no shame about it. And we'll put that on single press left. Hotkey 4. Fury. Now all we need is sound. William sees me. No, don't look. I'm hideous. I'm kidding. Yep, this is my face. Why not fear for him? Because I can't cast it right now. Fear is an apprentice level spell, which I think at this level costs 120 magicka. That's the only reason. I know this because I was doing some test play earlier just to make sure that this sort of quote-unquote build was viable for permadeath. And Feralda gave me the fear spell in order to get into the college, and I couldn't cast it. It took 120, and yeah, I had to go through Fury and level up a few times in order to get that. Fury makes better sense if you're sneaking, but with the Serpent Stone, I'm going to tear through my Magicka pool really quickly if I'm trying to sneak and cast Fury at the same time, especially if I'm trying to get, you know, trying to get off a Oak Flesh at the same time. Trying to get my flesh off. So I'm just going to have to broach these situations very carefully. Try to avoid detection as best as possible. And then without actually sneaking, or maybe sneaking in heavy armor, even though that's completely ineffective, but just try to hit Fury from a distance. And, you know, I might use Fury just to sort of kite enemies in toward me, just to increase my illusion skill as well. All right, let's check outside to see if Vilkas is out here training, and maybe we can get some two-handed training from him. How much money do we have? Not much. Maybe just 1 or 2 levels of training. That's Farkas. You can tell by the man bun. Yes. Fury and Frenzy spells are amazing. Calm spells are awesome too. Illusion's just really strong and really fun to play with. Honestly, probably the funnest, in my opinion.
The word companion is apt for shield brother and shield sister.
I think it's just human nature to kind of stand outside of danger and, you know, kind of plant that seed of chaos and just watch everything explode before you. Looks like a nice tidy man cave there. Yeah. I got all my nerd stuff. You're only seeing about half of the shelves that I have up here with all kinds of, you know, video games and video game statues and different like martial arts books and stuff. Yeah, I'm a bit of a bruiser in real life. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and stuff. And looking forward to getting back into that after my vaccine has completely soaked in. Where is Vilkas? I think this is his room over here. Got a weird lighting source going on over here. I don't know what's going on with that. There he is. Vilkas, wake up, man. It's late.
I know our history almost as well as Vignar by now. Except I can remember it.
But yeah, maybe if I get some more shelves, you know, fleshed out over here to my left, I can unblur the camera a little bit. But I really like the depth of field effect that it has on there right now. I think it makes it look, you know, more professional. In my opinion.
It's all in the swing.
And maybe we can get a job from Vilkas here too. Okay, we got enough for 2. Oh, yep, need to get the job.
What brings you to me? Find some strange creature in your travels?
Yeah, your mom. Man, I got him good. Ooh, I laughed too hard and my back cramped up. Oh, instant karma right there for clowning on Vilkas' mom.
We've received a desperate missive. A citizen of Whiterun has been kidnapped. The companions have
Takes
been
about
asked
3
for
weeks to go through your
assistance.
system. Had
We
no ill
shall
effects
answer,
apart from slightly sore arm for a day or so.
pay
Yeah, have you had both
is
shots,
as
William?
this. Get moving.
Or did you just
I
get the
shudder
Johnson
to
&
think
Johnson,
what
or
might happen if
the
you're
single
too
shot
late.
jobber? that's available over there in Europe. Oh, that's where that light is coming from, is those Charas eggs. I gotcha. Yeah, first shot made me drowsy. I remember streaming the day after I got it, and I just wasn't my normal chipper self. I felt fine. I was just kind of, you know, not running with a full tank of gas, I guess. The second shot, I had a pretty bad migraine the second day. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours to get that full, the side effects to completely kick in. But I slept it off for one evening, and I was right as rain after that, so it wasn't too bad for me either. You just got the one. Get the second one in a few weeks. Yeah, the second one is the one that most people have trouble with if they're gonna have trouble with the side effects. So you do have that to look forward to, I would say. But yeah, for the vast majority of people, it's not bad.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Yeah, what were you guys arguing about anyway?
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room.
Okay. You need help finding that sword?
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
Well, I'll do my best, alright? Redorun's Retreat. Ooh.
Please, bring it to me.
That's kind of a good dungeon to cut our teeth on, isn't it? Oh, did you find anything good over here, Kadojo? Rorikstead, Solitude. Nothing to Riverwood, but that's okay. Let's see. I think that Kadojo has a strong sense that we're going to find a big piece of our fate in Riverwood. So he is urging us to go down there, and he will guide us. I was hoping that there would be a delivery quest to Riverwood, but there's not. So Kadojo is the ultimate lazy plot device for us for role-playing purposes.
You're someone who can get things done. I like
I'm okay with that. Just want to sell off the equipment that she helped us craft here. Oh, I can't stop hiccuping. Too much Gatorade. All right, so we're also not going to be doing much enchanting. I am running honed metal with the Wintersun, no, the Winter Mist patch that gives all the crafting vendors the enchantments from that mod. So we're not going to be needing that, I don't think. Hold on to these leathers here for
Good luck out there.
some black mage unarmored robes there. I think would be good for infiltration. We'll piece that together. You had the Pfizer, that's the one that I got. Yes, that's what I've heard too. The AstraZeneca one, there are more side effects. Here in the US, we have 3 of it, well, 2 at the moment. We have the Pfizer. Ooh, okay, now that we're level 2, we have the Harrier pointing us out at these things. Okay, I do feel kind of compelled to chase this thing down here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, we have the Pfizer, we have Johnson & Johnson, we have another 2-shotter. Is that a wolf or a fox? I can't tell. If it's a wolf, we're good. If it's a fox, I might have to Fury him first. That's a fox. Oh, there he goes. Oh, and I was sneaking so much. Damn it. We gotta chase this bastard down now. I am thinking of going the bow and arrow route just for situations like this. Wow. He is really outpacing us. Kadojo, you're a lot quicker on your feet than I am. How come you couldn't go chase that bugger down? Oh, I'm getting flashbacks from Arlas's game now where I would chase one animal like and across an entire... Okay, maybe the wolf will do it for me. Get him. I've never rooted for a wolf to kill a fox before, but now I am. We gotta watch out for mud crabs here too. Oh, some weird physics stuff going on there. A little bit of havoc. Looks like the wolf took care of that crab for us. And now he's gonna lead us right into like Silent Moon's camp or something like that. Alright, I'm cutting my losses here. I really do want that beast tongue ability, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Maybe once we get our infiltration gear set up, and maybe a bow and arrow or something, we can start taking this more seriously, but for now, not for us. Man, I hate it. Oh, Magus is gonna unsub because I'm killing a fox. Yeah. I get it, man, I get it. Bosmer gonna be Bosmer. Speaking of being Bosmer, Onolin here is a cannibal. He's gonna munch on some corpses for sure. Run, little fox, run. He looks like a Spartan. He does indeed. And we were trying to determine what armor replacer this was. I think Hoster suspected it might be Man of War's Iron Legion replacer. It looks great. I like it a lot. So yeah, Kadojo is urging us on to Riverwood here. And I think before we go too much farther, I would like to take a quick bio break here for just a couple minutes, but I shall return very shortly, I promise. Okay, I'm back, as promised. Yeah, you all have probably seen me sitting here just completely, you know, dumping water and Gatorade down my throat. So I'll give you 2 guesses as to what I was just doing. And the first one doesn't count. Don't worry, I washed my hands. All right, let's get back into the game here. So, let's see. Let me catch up on chat here. Looks like Hauster says, well, it looks way historically accurate to me. I use Authentic Legion, but to each their own. Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's see. Heading to Riverwood. Yeah, like I said, Kadojo feels like we're going to have a big hint to what our destiny and our fate holds in Riverwood here. So we're curious to see what that means. A little bit of framiness, but nothing as bad as what we were seeing inside the city. Oh man, the butterflies! I have such an urge to go, pluck the wings there. My good guy challenge character is an Altmer, and it's heavily influenced by the contingency power that you get from Imperius for Altmer. And so the whole first part of his game was just chasing around butterflies wherever I could find them. I haven't played that character in a few days. I need to get back to him at some point. Well, if we come across an untimely, gruesome death here, then indeed we will check out my good guy character and show you the nuanced gameplay that I have for him. All right, there's some Legionnaire brothers and sisters there with a POW. Not quite ready to join them yet, I don't think. But the way things are going, we are steadily increasing in strength and skill, shaking off some of that atrophy, so... Ooh, we got some nice looking fog here. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Kodak moment. Snapshots. Okay. Ooh, and we have a suspicious looking little cave here. If we need a base, a home base or something like that, then we'll use Ryek's End, but right now we don't really have any need for it, I don't think. Getting a little framey out here. Yeah, it's cutting pretty close to 60. It's probably hitting into the 50s a little bit. Oh, we got a wolf. Let's see here. Oak Flesh, and then we'll try to hit him with a Fury. Oh, no, we don't have the magical pool for that. We got 2 wolves. Alright. Bring it on, you mangy mutts. And a level up. Very nice, very nice. Who's he chasing down over here now? Ooh, Monk going at it, Jagasta style. I like it. Now might be a good time to cast Fury, though, huh? If he would stay put for a second. Oh, he's actually going to make the swim across. Hopefully, he doesn't get caught up in the current there. Oh, there he is. I see him through the water there. Got him. All right. Wow, that wolf has some serious lung capacity. Well, I can't fight him underwater. All right, Wolfie, it's completely up to you. I'll just stand here and get heavy armor training for free. That works for me. Another reason why I need a ranged weapon. We'll let him figure it out on his own. Enemies are nearby. And let's see, the Harrier has pointed out another animal for me to go slaughter mercilessly. So if you're having difficulty finding that highlighted animal, sometimes it helps to Get right up close to something with a darker texture. And that will help you see that highlight a little better. I think the Harrier was actually attacking the wolf, though, at that point. What about crossbows? Maybe crossbows. I'm thinking that his Bosmer heritage has led him to have at least some training with bows and arrows, though. Okay, that definitely sounds like he's signaling prey.
Small towns like this that gave food and
so I'm
shelter to a
thinking
monkey in need.
more that...
Sadly, those days have long passed.
Sorry, I'm having some face lightiness here. Okay. So I'm thinking that he probably has some training. He knows how to use a bow. He just prefers not to. He likes to be up close and personal. He's probably big on honor. And, okay, that's either another fox or that wolf over there. That's okay. I don't feel like backtracking too much. So yeah, I think he knows how to use one. He's just not interested in them. He doesn't like using them, and so he hasn't practiced much with them, but he definitely knows how. So we'll get a hold of a bow at some point here, probably fairly soon. And we should have a guy coming to greet us here. In fact, I see him hiding behind that tree right there. He sees us. Oh no. Oh no, run away. Run away. He's coming right at us, Kadojo. Oh, he's gaining on us. Oh my god. I'm running out of stamina. No! Fine, what do you want?
Greetings, citizen. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Vander
What are you
Nightbrook,
selling?
and I am your post-haste courier
no eyebrows on that one.
representative. You may recognize my face from postcards delivered to every address in Skyrim. Skyrim courier service is under
Standard
new
Imperial
management.
bow? Yeah,
9.
could be.
The old service was so third era. Slow. We have a new business model, fresh brand,
Or even Elven bow.
and fully modernized
Once we get there,
service,
but
making post-haste the obvious choice for your next delivery. That and the
I think
service is free to
that
all
probably
citizens of
when he
Skyrim.
was in the Legion as an officer, he had no need for a bow because he was one of the frontline guys, and he would have archers behind him anyway. But now that he's discovering the need for one, he'll probably just salvage one off of someone. Let's see. So you're delivering all packages and letters in Skyrim. Oh, you're delivering a package there, that's for sure. Look at that thing. All right, stop staring. He was pointing right at it, too. Did you see that?
I deliver anywhere, anytime, buddy. Crawling
Selling
in forgotten Dormer
snowberries.
City deep in the Reach. Delivered. Living in a sketchy mushroom on an ash-swept island. Delivered. Stuck in seclusion with a bunch of graybeards. Hi, Hrothgar. Delivered. I deliver all packages, large and small, from Robber's Gorge to the Ethereum Forge, from Hunter's Rest to Bone-Strewn Crest, from the Shrine of Azura to the Twilight Sepulchre.
Now you're just making shit up.
I get it done with urgency. And I'm sorry, but
Balefish did an amazing job
any
with
tips.
syncing up the
This is a
animations
public
on this
service,
dialogue.
okay?
I gotta say,
If you have pie, we can talk.
it's so convincing. All the different animations that he added into that part. Kudos to Balefish. Love this mod. Love it a lot. Couldn't outrun the courier. He's really booking it. Look at him. Oh, man. And then he ninja vanished. That's alright. Okay, how are we doing here? We could probably use some food and some drink. Oh, and I forgot to pray to Hersine. Damn it. Alright. Real quick. How's this? Is this out of the city enough? No, it's not. Bayo is a real-life mod wizard. Yes, indeed. This still isn't wilderness? You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna run into that wolf now that I furied like 10 years ago. See if he's figured out his swimming issues. Oh my god, really? We are way the hell out here. Ursine doesn't consider this wilderness? Look, we got a dead elk here. A random dead elk. There's nothing else that screams wilderness like a random dead animal. There we go. Alright, good, good. Ursine is kind of particular. He and or she is indeed. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of, we'll go ahead and get some water in us. Fill up from the creek here. Maybe not downriver from the mill. This water should be a little cleaner, I think. There we go. I'm really falling in love with the water for E&B. I just love being able to see down into the water, especially for finding places that you can cross without swimming. It makes a huge difference for me immersion-wise, just because, you know, I wouldn't just go swimming across a river willy-nilly if there's a more shallow, you know, fjord or something that I can cross instead. Okay, let's see here. We're down to 129 septum, so we're gonna have to make up gold at some point here. Hey there, kiddo.
I heard Lucan yelling the other day about a thief breaking into a store. It wasn't me, honest.
Interesting. All right, how's it going?
Hey, you want to play a game?
You know, I don't really have the legs for it right now if you want to play tag, so...
Figures. You elders are always so 7, boring. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Prepared or not, I'm coming. I found you.
Yeah. Rascally kids. Technically, Daedra are genderless, but I like to think Ursine as being male.
The ale is going bad. We need
Being called the father of man beasts and whatnot. Yeah, so it sounds like Ursine has a preference, a gender preference there.
Just make sure
for his own identity, if that's what he's being called. The name Ursine to me just sounds a little more feminine. I always thought of Ursine as a female, but I guess, yeah, lore-wise, there is more reference to him. Oh! Oh no! Orgnar is trapped at, where's Orgnar trapped at? Broken Fang Cave. That is a vampire. That is a vampire den. So we're gonna have to go, you know, rescue him before we kick off the main quest. If we do, in fact, kick off the main quest, that could definitely cause issues. Oh boy, I did not foresee this. Given his aspect appears male in Skyrim, that's how I see him. Yeah. Oh boy, have fun indeed, right? Broken Fang. Well, it's just, in Broken Fang, I think it's only the one vampire, right? So it's mostly just skeletons, but still one vampire at level, what, 2 or 3 right now? Alright, we're gonna have to make it a point to do that at some point.
Well, one
soon,
of us has to
I
do
think.
something.
I don't want to bug out my
said
game.
No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to
A
do
Mistwalker
then, huh?
blooded
Let's hear it.
and a master vampire in there.
about this.
Both of them?
Oh.
I thought it was only the one. I could be mistaken. 2 vamps and 3 Draugr. Okay. I might be thinking of a different area that has the skeletons and the 1 vampire. Good God. Ugh. That is going to be rough. Okay, well, all we can do is get stronger and stronger, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. Trinkets,
See if we have anything to
odds
sell
and
off.
ends, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely thinking of a different area than Broken Fang then. Let's see, do I have anything to sell? Not much. I don't need the iron ingot. That was leftovers from Adrian's little thing.
Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell.
King of the North was
Robbers
called
only
Jon
after one
Snow.
thing.
Indeed.
An
King of the
ornament,
North.
solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Oh, stretch on the back. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Feels great. I can help you get that claw back.
I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
Only to the edge of town. I think a Hastur very funny is on the same level as a Strudel eye roll / grumble snort.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The
Oh, can
mountain
I?
just over the buildings.
Okay, I see a mountain just over the buildings, but it wasn't anywhere close to where you were pointing.
Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who
Starting to
knows
doubt
what
your
else.
sense of direction now here, Camilla. Plus, she keeps, like,
I wonder why they only stole
stopping to
Lucan's
do a
golden claw.
cheeky little
I
pose.
mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one.
Something tells me he probably got it scrounging around outside that barrow. It's probably why he knows the area so well. Camilla GPS, yes, indeed. Camilla is always heading
The
for
path up the
Helgen.
mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long.
I see
He's
him.
such a
That's that
child.
wolf up there. Let's take care of him. Head to BFB indeed. You know, I feel like the bandits there should open up a little bed and breakfast there. Call it Air BFB. Sorry, that was totally terrible and uncalled for, and I apologize. Ooh, what do we got? Crying Eye blinds the target and makes them 20% less likely to detect the caster for 30 seconds. That might make some good sense. And it's an illusion spell. At least once we get a little better magicka pools that our Serpent Stone quote-unquote abilities won't drain it too fast. What time we got? Noon. It is noon. So we have plenty of time to get through this, get through Bleak Falls. And Kadojo has been hearing some rumblings about a dragon attack in Helgen that we might want to go check out too, I think. That is the RP narrative side of things. The gameplay reason for going there is to boost up my magicka pool so that I can handle whatever Feraldo wants to throw at me for entrance into the college. Should be able to hit this long-range shot here. And then I should also be able to regenerate enough magicka for some oak flesh by the time, you know, one of those dudes wins, which is obviously going to be the guy with the long mace there. There we go. Oh, he's going upstairs to go take on that guy too. Awesome. I don't know if I've ever seen him do that.
It'll be so much easier to rob. Dead.
Get him, Kadojo.
Should have come here. Yeah. You picked a bad time to get lost, friend. No!
Oh, it looks like the fury wore off before they were done. So here he comes. All right. All right, there we go. That worked out pretty well, I think. It is feeling a little framey over here, but I was able. Yeah, it's dipping a little bit. If we're at 60 now, yeah, there it dips into the 50s, and that's when I feel it. But like I was gonna say, it's still good enough to be responsive. I got the timed block there on the bash, which is really hard to do. Oh, that wasn't a long mace, that was an iron warhammer. It looked like a long mace from the... You know what, we'll go ahead and take the... For armor there too, it's worth enough. Yeah, it was still responsive enough for me able to do a timed block on that bash. And bashing is the quickest attack in the game, bar maybe just a regular swipe from a dagger. Where did that bandit archer go?
A wise monk once said, "A burden spoken is one relieved."
A burden spoken is one relieved. I love the little idioms. Oh, there she is. Okay. She did flee up this way. Okay, we're gonna take the stuff that has a good value to weight ratio, and there's our bow. Alright. Only gonna use it when needed because I'm trying to keep to this this two-handed melee class here. Because that's what Skyrim Unbound gave me, and that's part of the whole challenge for this Permadeath series is giving me what that, or using what that mod gives me as far as gameplay styles. Permadeath becomes infinitely easier if you are, you know, doing the sneak archery stuff and using all the strongest spells and tactics. It is considerably harder if you're trying to take what a random roll gave you to use. So that's what I'm doing. Monk Joe, get it. I'll show myself out now. Yeah, he's a little panicked every once in a while now too. Oh my gosh, the visibility here is really something else, isn't it? Okay, well, let me see here. That might work to our advantage a little bit. Let's see, there is that one sentry over there that tends to be on lookout. We might be able to fury him or her.